everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do kind of a concealed carry 45. This is the Springfield XDS Mod 1. This is the Mod 2. The Mod 1 comes in at a pretty budget price, pretty easy to get a hold of nowadays. There's lots of them out there, and it's got a lot of great features that a 45 should have when you are concealed carrying. So if you do need something a little bit slimmer, but you want to have some more stopping power because you may lose the double stack capability in this, this is definitely something you'll want to check out. So let's get right into the numbers. So with our Springfield XDS Mod 1, we do have a 3.3 inch barrel, and they were nice enough to write that right on this side of the slide. We do have an overall length of 6.3 inches. We have an overall height of 4.4 inches. That is going to vary depending on the mag that you use, because some of the mags have extended base plates for a better grip. We're running a width of 1 inch, and we're running a 21.5 ounce unloaded weight on this firearm. It is a 5+1 or 6+1 capacity on this firearm, and we're running about a 6 pound 10 ounce trigger. So with that trigger, I got to spin this around because we do have that grip safety. We also have a trigger safety. So we get on there, we need to press this grip safety on that trigger. You can see there's a little bit of mush right there. Once you hit that, it's a solid wall, and you're on that trigger. Now for the reset, let me switch fingers again to press that grip safety. We're going to creep out a little bit. You can hear that click, a nice tactile click, and then you have that little bit of cushion, as you can see right there, and then right back on that trigger. Now with that, we're going to dive right into the features. The features on our Springfield XDS are that we have a wide variety of mags and a wide variety of aftermarket parts. So the original 5-round mags are right here. So this is what you're going to get. You can get a full purchase. There's a little bit of my pinky hanging off there if you get a nice high grip on the firearm. But the mags do shoot out. Like I can put this at a 45 like this, and it comes right out easy. So it's very nice and spring-loaded in there. And as you can see, we can bump up to a 6-round magazine. You get a little bit more grip. They do have the spacers on there, so you could take those off. They give other ones in the box if you end up losing yours or damaging yours, so it was very nice. And then at the top end, they have 7-round magazines right here. And as you can see, it gives you a little bit more grip. You do have a little gap here, so I'll see if that pinches me today while we're operating the firearm, but there is just this little gap where you can see the plastic doesn't mate all the way up. Now, after you get through that, the firearm comes in the box with a nice little mag loader, so that was pretty nice. Ours came with this. We did pick up the extra mags aftermarket. We do have our Pitbull Tacticals that don't really like some of the smaller single stack mags, but they actually do work with these different style of Springfield XD 45 mags. It is a single stack firearm. And then we did pick up this additional one. This is the one that they recommend for the Springfield. It's a DFW holster co, but they fit right in there very tightly, don't fall out, and you could put this in there. It's a little bit skinnier than our Pitbull Tactical actually, so it might be a little bit more comfortable, but it does have a wider footprint than our Pitbull Tactical. So there are lots of different accessories out there. We know Springfield has tons of different holster variations and things like that, so there's a lot of aftermarket parts with this firearm out there. Now with that, you also have interchangeable back straps. So this is the slightly larger. You only get 2. I have a 1 and a 2. The 2 is slightly larger. It came with a 1 on it, so we're going to run it today just like that. But there's a little roll pin you have to drive out. You put the different one on, it slides up, clicks down in, and you can put the wider grip on if you have larger hands. It does have some decent texturing here on the grip, but because it's concealed carry, there's a lot of flat surfaces, a lot of flush, no aggressive texturing on this firearm. As you can see here, we do have stippling all the way on the front. We have a nice undercut on this trigger guard, so you can really get your hand deep under there, which is going to be very important because it is very small and it is 45. So if you're a smaller statured individual or recoil sensitive, that's really going to help you today. Now we do have a nice, generous hole here. Haha, not really. It's actually a very small hole for you to fit your finger in on that trigger guard, as you can see right here as I put my finger in there. If you had larger hands or maybe wearing gloves at the time, that may be harder for you to get your finger in there. You can see that little bit of space I do have in there. I do have a 1-slot pick rail on this, so you can run a light laser, whatever you'd like to on there, but make sure it locks into that front pick rail. It's on the outer side, kind of like the Glocks that we have. Now it is set up for the right-handed person. We don't have any controls except the mag release for the left-handed side, but we do have our slide stop slide release right here, our takedown lever, and our mag release over here. So everything is very conveniently located when we are there. We do have a chamber indicator here, so when there's a round in there, that's going to pop up and allow you to know that there is a round in the chamber. We do have that nice Springfield design, a lot of etching on there. The etching is done very nicely, the XDS. Everything on here looks very nice, very crisp. It has a nice fit and finish on there. On the front of the trigger guard, there is also some texture. So if you're someone that has larger hands and you wrap your finger around the front, I've been trying that different grip with some of the smaller firearms we have, just functioning through some different grips, how other people may hold them. But if I get a good grip on here and I want to wrap my other finger around here, I can, right? Instead of putting it down here, because then I'm losing some purchase. I could get maybe a better grip on this firearm, use the takedown lever as a gas pedal, really get a firm grip on this firearm. It does not have front slide serrations. It does have rear slide serrations though, and they are pretty aggressive, if you can see in here. Both sides, this gun's easy for me to grab a hold of and easy for me to rack. I do have night sights in the rear, and I do have a red fiber optic in the front, and you can change the fiber optic if you want. They are dovetail sights, so you can knock those out, change them if you like, or adjust them side to side if you do need to. A lot of great features on this little gun. I think they are made in Turkey, right? I think they're made in Croatia, actually. So made in Croatia. I correct myself. So there's a lot of different things on this firearm that are very nice. The grip safety is kind of a downside for some people, but we just shot the 10 mil, and I didn't have any problem with the grip safety. It's kind of the same as 1911s. If you're familiar with that platform, you're very familiar with the grip safety. So with that, we're going to dive right into our ammunition. We do have some Winchester white box. I had a 100-round box. I split it, put them in here, so that's why they're in here. They are I think they're 230 grains. Everything's 230 grains today. We have some herders, and then we do have the black box training ammo. This is supposed to be lighter recoil. That's what it says on the box. So these two are round nose. These ones have a little bit of that front tip. So we're going to be able to run some different styles of ammo and see if we have any malfunctions with our firearm today. We also have some cool links down below we'd like you guys to check out. So take a look down below. We have a Patreon, we have an Instagram, we have some cool shirts that Lauren designed. They look like this, and she has some other ones for the ladies out there. They're an Annie Oakley design, and you know, girls just want to have fun with guns. So check those out. We also have a Reddit if you guys want to get on there and talk to us. We appreciate you for checking out the video, and we appreciate you for liking and subscribing. I really am enjoying having some conversations with you guys now that we're beginning to grow. So with that, let's get to the important part. Check out the shooting of this firearm. We're out here on the range with our Springfield XDS 45. I'm going to do my 3-shot accuracy test about 5 yards here and see how the sights line up for me. Three shots, not too bad. A little spread out, a little more than I like, but it actually has quite a bit of recoil, so I'm not sure Lauren's going to love it, but let's take a look at the target.
So it's Lauren back with Family Firearms, and as Kyle predicted, I don't think I'm going to love this, but I'm definitely going to try it, and we'll see how this low recoil goes. Lies. That's how that low recoil went. Lies.
It's a little better. I was going for headshots. I pushed my first one to the left, my next two stacked right in the head. I feel a little bit more comfortable. I was pushing my shots off to the left here, so now I'm on. I'm gonna spread out and shoot across the steel with this buddy. Didn't lock back on that round, but that's the first malfunction we've had today. We're gonna take some long shots here at the gong out there, see if we can do any good with this little 3.3 inch barrel and get all 5 of our shots on her. Well, at least I can hit you if you're far away. Now that we have our first 150 rounds through the firearm, let's get our final thoughts on these first shots. Hey everybody, we're here to wrap up with our Springfield XDS 45 3.3 inch. So, losing my ammo boxes here. Well, you know that one's empty. It doesn't want to stand up. We'll just put it off to the side here. Okay, this one was a little kicky. It did have quite a bit of recoil. This was supposed to be training ammo, which was actually supposed to be lower recoil. I really didn't notice any difference between this, the Winchester, or the Herders that we shot today. All the mags worked great. All the mag holders did well on the range. No issues with those. Even this is how tall it would be with the 5-rounder in there. Here's a 6-rounder in this mag. Everything worked great out here today. It wasn't hard to manipulate the slide. Lauren could rack this one. She didn't have any problems. So grip strength issue, that could be something you could run if you're looking for a 45, larger caliber, something like that. It is very thin, very concealable. I did forget our sticky holster, so I could not run it concealed today. We did put our weapon light out there, and it ran flawless. It fits right on that rail. No problems, no issues. It didn't fly off. It didn't get too dirty. I know the light sticks out pretty far across that firearm, but you can see there's some soot, but the light still worked just fine, still works great on this firearm. I did notice the chamber indicator comes up very easily. It's very easy to detect. Even if you're carrying it, you could run your thumb across there and feel that. I didn't notice any issue with the grip texture, or even when I was running the 5-round mags here. I still had a full purchase on the firearm. It wasn't too bad. I had to concentrate really on pulling my finger out due to the slim grips. So I do have a problem with that. I usually have a wider gun. I put wider grips on my CZs, things like that, to help me get a better grip. If you concentrate, I had to pull my finger out a few times towards the front of the trigger. I was putting too much of my pad on, pushing my shots with this. But once I got comfortable with the firearm, I threw 5 shots, at 40 yards today in our gong. I was able to hit our new upright target with 5 shots, no misses, at about 15 yards. It's pretty skinny. I think it's only about 3 inches wide. So once you get out there and, like I said, get some time on this gun, it's really got to be a good piece. Springfield has a good name. We did have one malfunction. The slide didn't lock back on one round, but that was it out of the whole 150 today. Maybe I was riding that stop slide release a little bit with my hand, and it just cycled forward. The sights are easy to get a hold of. These 2 white dots on the rear with the red fiber optic in the front. And there's a little bit of striations on the back to reduce glare too, so that's nice. It's a good setup firearm with a lot of nice features. Running in that $400 to $500 range is where you pick these up. What do you think about it today?
So I would never buy this, but I think I'll definitely shoot it. And for me, that's saying a lot about a 45. I actually like the slim grip. I like that it's a little bit smaller. I felt like I could get a better grip on it and hold it a little better. Now when I was shooting, I was pushing my shots down because I was definitely getting the recoil. I think that I can just focus on some training there, and this could be a gun that I could actually bring out and enjoy to shoot again and again, which again for a 45 is something that I would never have said yesterday. So overall, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought there are some things, like I said, that I'll have to train out for me. Some grip issues, just make sure that I'm holding steady when I'm shooting it. But overall, to have a 45 that I feel that comfortable with and did pretty okay with out of the box, it's a pretty good day for me out here.
Yeah, and again, it's got a nice deep finger groove here, so when you get your thumb on your other side, whether you're left or right-handed, you can really get your thumb in that groove, ride that spot, get your support hand. The takedown lever's right here. You can ride that takedown lever, which is what I did today. And really the biggest focus for me is with the slim grips, I want to stick my finger in where it's actually comfortable. What I need to do is pull it out a little bit, so I'm using more of the pad. I was going in a little too far. I was pushing my shots to the left. Once I adjusted, I was really on once I saw what I was doing, and that's a good thing, right? You guys got to shoot. You've got to shoot and become familiar with your firearm. Don't buy a firearm and then stick it in the closet for self-defense. You really got to come out and see how you shoot with it so you can adjust. And we shoot a variety of firearms, and I know that's an issue with slim grips for me, so I know that I have to work on it, right? So every time we bring one of these out, I start off not doing great. By the end of my 150 rounds, we're usually doing pretty good on the targets. I can usually hit about everything. Not everything. I'm not a marksman. I do my best. But I think that this is a good option. I do know they make a mod too that has a slightly different grip texture on the side. I'm sure it has the same durability. I'm not sure what the feature differences are, but I'm definitely going to have to check one of those out. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Leave some comments down below, some feedback. If you have one of these or the mod 2, let me know what the differences are. I definitely like to know about it. So hope to see you guys back again. See ya.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links